So hello everyone, welcome back to Mr. Awesome Club. So today in this video we are going to talk about file system hierarchy, and this is a part 5 of our RHCSA version 10 series. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe the channel and share this video to your IT friends, and let's start without any delay. Let's go. So in this video, we will discuss what's the mean of file system hierarchy. So first of all, if we talk about the file system. So file system means what? File system, we can say that's the structure and that's the basic level of organization in an operating system. That means in your operating system, how all the files and directory are arranged, how they are connected, that is called file system. In Linux, here file system hierarchy means that's the structure, right? In hierarchy or in file system hierarchy, all the files and directory are connected with a parent directory. So here if you will see, so here we have this root directory, that's a parent directory, and all the other directory like boot directory, etc, and all the other directory like all the OS files, all the OS directory, and any directory which you will create, any partition which you will create, any device file, any process file, or are connected with this parent directory. So that is called here file system hierarchy. So here we will also discuss that like in these directories which are already available in the operating system, which type of data are there. Because if you want to work in Linux, you need to understand which type of data is there, like where is configuration file, where is process file, where that device file are located, that you need to understand. So let's go guys, and there we will discuss. Let me open my machine. So here we are on machine. If you will see here, so let me open the files. So type your files and then open it. And to open the parent directory, that is slash, you need to put slash on the search box. So let me click slash here. Right, and here we have these all are the directory which are already available in your operating system in the slash. So which type of data is located there? So for that, here if you will see, so the first directory is AFS. Right, here we have these directories. So the first one is AFS. So in AFS, which type of data is there? Okay, so now in AFS, if you will see, so by default that AFS directory is empty, and that AFS directory is reserved for, the full form is Andrew file system. That's the full form, Andrew file system, and that is reserved for network file system. Network file system means if you are using any network file system like NFS or any other network file system, so for that this directory is reserved. That means you can mount that directory here if you want, right? But you are totally independent. If you want to select any other directory for that, that is fine. But here that is the reserved directory by operating system for network file system. Right, this one is first one. After that, the second one here we have win, right? Win and swin. So in this directory, like in win and swin, which type of data is there? So win and swin is reserved for your commands. Right, earlier in last video we discussed we have two types of command, internal and external. Right, so this win directory reserved for user commands. Right, any command which is operated by any of the users, that is available here. But in swin only admin commands are there. These commands only admin can run. If any local user, normal user will try to run that command, that will not work, which is available in swin. But then in win, which all the commands are accessible by all the users. So in swin admin commands are there, that's fine. After that, the next directory, that is boot. So in boot directory, bootloader files are there. When you start your system, so these files will be executed and then your operating system will start. So bootloader files available in boot directory. After boot directory, then the next is here deb. Deb means device. So device files are available here. Device files means what? When you all the hardware files, right? Hardware files, your storage files, all are available in DB directory, deb directory. Then next is etc. etc directory is for configuration file. All the configuration file available here, and that is most important directory here. When you will work on, so every time when we have to configure anything, so we will open this directory and there we will get the files which we want to modify or change something. Right, so etc reserved for configuration file. So that's also most important directory. And after etc, then the next is here home directory. right? So home directory means what? This directory is reserved for user home directory, right? In Linux, we have mainly two types of user, right? System or user also we have, but mainly two types of user. That is super user, that means admin user, and the second one here we have that is local user. So when you will create any local user, so the home directory will create under this home directory, right? We have awesome user, so awesome directory available under this. So this home directory is reserved for user home directory. Then for super user is root, right? So for super user here we have a separate directory that is root, right? Which is here available like or local users will place under that home directory. But for root user here we have this separate directory that is root. So when you will work on root user, so the data will be saved under this root directory. So this one is for root user, root home directory. Right, root home directory. After root home directory, then next we have that is live and live64. Right, we have live and live64. So in live and live64, if you will see like which type of data is there, so that is for library. Live for library. So live and live64 are reserved for libraries. Here all the libraries will contain, right? All the libraries in live and live64. Live64 is for 64-bit like architecture, and it contains shared libraries required by program in Win or SWin. And we can compare like in Windows we have DLL, right? .dll files are there. So the DLL in Windows, that is the library there, and here we have that .so files, right? .so files is for libraries. So here we have live and live64 is shared libraries. After this live and live64, then the next one here we have that is media, right? Media directory is used for automatic mounting, but in older version that was working. Like in older version, when you will mount and like when you will connect any storage device, automatically that was mounted in media. But now actually here we have that is a reserve one. If you want to mount any storage device, so you can mount here, and that is reserved for like automatic mounting USB drive, CD drive. When you will when you will connect your USB, that was appears. But in Reddit 10, if you will see, so manually you need to mount. So this is media. After media, the next one is MNT. If you will see MNT, so MNT used for manual mounting. That is reserved for manual mounting. So admin mount temporary file system here. If you are working, if you will connect any like a storage device and you want to mount anywhere, so this one is the reserved directory. Here you can mount. Otherwise, that is depend on your like choice and your requirement. If you want to mount in any other directory, that like you can do. But MNT is reserved for that. Then the next is OPT. OPT means optional software, right? So it is used for optional software, third-party apps installed here. So when you install any third-party application like Google Chrome, Zoom, or any other application, so the file related to that OPT will be placed here in OPT, at that OPT directory. After OPT, then proc. Right? Proc means process. So that /proc is a virtual file system. It shows process and kernel information. So all the process related data or the process related files will be placed under this. And here data is generated in real time. Right? Here data is generated in real time. After proc, root already we discussed. Then we have run. Run means running. Right? Run stands for running. So it stores the runtime data, temporary system information, and the data cleared after reboot. So in run we have all the like running process and the running storage mounted in there. So that run is for runtime data. S1 we already discussed, right? S1 we already discussed. Then we have SRV. SRV means service. So that SRV directory contains service data. Example like web server files, FTP data. If you have any web server or FTP data, so that you can mount here, that you can connect here, that you can store here. SRV. Then we have sys. Sys means system. So it is an interface to kernel and hardware. It is used for system tuning and advanced admin use case. And in simple word, if I'll tell you, so in sys, here we have all the kernel files, hardware related files are there. So every time when you give the input or when you are working on your operating system, so hardware will connect with the kernel, and then they will like execute anything which you give the input. So they will use these files which is available in sys. Then we have TMP. TMP means temporary. So temporary files contains here. Anyone can use it, and it cleared automatically after 10 days. Right, so temporary files are here. Then we have /USR. Right, /USR we have. /USR means what? It contains user program and utilities, and not essential for boot. Like earlier we discussed these directory, that win, swin. So here if you see in win and swin, live64, here we have a sign that is arrow. Right, that arrow means that's a shortcut, that's not the actual location. So where is the actual location? Under USR. Under USR we have USR win, USR swin, USR live, USR live64. These all the directory are available under that USR. So USR contains user program and utilities. Then we have /var. Var means variable data which change frequently. Example, logs contains here, cache files, mail, these type of data contains here, and temporary files also. Right? And okay, so these all are the directory which we discussed. So if you have any doubt on any of the directory, so you can comment me, I will give you a response. Right? And when you will free, when you will work on your system, so one by one you need to try to open it. Maybe you will not like understand all the files and directory, what's the mean of that files and directory and everything, but you will get okay, here that type of data are there that you need to try to understand. After that, now see one more thing. Okay, after it, now see, so we are on terminal. So here we have one more command, and that is like important command, a very interesting command, by which you can check the same details which we discussed via command man space hire. With this command here you can check the hierarchical, like file system hierarchy, root directory, this is a root directory, then /bin directory contains executable program, and then boot, etc opt, and then live64, like all the details available here. So like this you can check here, right, all the details available here. So this directory will help you a lot. Right, var live, like this you can check, and q for quit. Right guys, so like this you can check. And okay guys, so that's all about for today. In next session we will discuss the next thing, but in this session if you have any doubt you can do the comment, and we'll meet in next video. Thank you everyone, let's go.